This was one of the early renditions that I drew of knock. Initially, it was going to be more of a clipper with some EQ and a little bit of transient shaping. This is something that I drew, and I wanted to have some tubes and different things. I ended up going a different direction, but this is what I drew on my iPad. This is one of the early prototypes. And I wanted to be more colorful and different things. I decided to go the more streamlined, more simple route and more clean than going real, cartoonish. Let me show you guys some other drawings I have. Yeah, these are old. I haven't even gone through these notes. I haven't had a chance to really reflect on how far this has come, but I want to just show you guys. Because you guys were with me this whole time while I was developing it. I've been streaming and everything. So many notes. Notes on notes on notes on notes on notes. Here we go. This is my drawing. This is what it started to become. And this is what I drew on the iPad. It's basically what it became. Humble beginnings. Just a little trip down memory lane. Let me see if I have any early developments of the plugin. Hold up. I have a lot of different early developments of the plugin. We had some cartoony ideas. I'll show you some of the cartoony ideas. Shout out to Kiefer. We didn't end up going this direction. This was one of the early renditions. This was October 2020. This was one of the ideas. We tried a lot of different cartoon stuff. The original plugin name, we're going to call it Knock Knob. I have hundreds of drawings here. This was like a very old cartoon. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. This was like an early version. We tried some different knob stuff. Tried different things with the knobs. We got some nice designs too. That's a nice one. Yeah, there's a lot of different renditions. First idea does need to be framed. As far as the plugin, there was about 30 different builds of the plugin, probably 20 to 30 different versions of the plugin we worked on. This is what the plugin as a shell looked like. This was the shell. This was like when we first started getting the UI down and we didn't have the animations and different things. So that was like the beginning. Yeah, these would be good NFT skins, huh? This is what the plugin looked like as we were building the DSP. The original name of it was DECAP Distortion. What I would do is I would send them feedback, and it took 19 months to make. Okay, this is another one. This is as we got a little more advanced, this is what it looked like. So it was called DECAP Distortion. You can see these are like all the features. When I was going back and forth with the developers, they would send me these shells. So you can see like new transient shaper, experimental. So this is how the DSP was built before we got into the UI. We had a bunch of features and we would have to scroll up and down to try them. Essentially, that's what it was. It wasn't user-friendly at this point. So my goal, what I had to do was figure out how to take something this complex and put it in a user-friendly package. If you look at the final, here it is. I took all those features and had to conceptualize with the UI designer how we were going to take all those features and how the user would interact with all those features. That's how we put it all into this plugin. And part of my goal was to take all this DSP and put it into something very visually appealing. So when you turn up the punch, you see the graphic animating. When you turn up saturate, it has this warm feeling to it because I wanted the visual and the feelings to interact. As you turn up sub, you can actually see like a speaker vibrate in time as it's playing. As you turn up the air, you can see those high frequencies and how they react in the spectrum. With the clipper, you can see the hard and soft clipping, and you can see every time it crosses because it has the line that's interacting. So that's a little bit of my thought process and how the plugin was made. It started with more cartoonish ideas. Then we started working on the DSP, and then I started having hand drawings that I drew and how I wanted it to look and feel. UI developers started working with me on the UI, and we went back and forth to try to get that feeling. And then ultimately, I wanted to go with something clean and easy to use and with a lot of good visual feedback that allows you to not only edit the sound with your fingers, but also feel it through the plugin. DECAP.